China and Taiwan, and we're learning Ziyou Bodji, Chinese free fighting. Tonight we're working on grappling, not my strong point, but we're going to work on it. And I got my best sparring partner in the world right here. I got my favorite Jialien. This is what I'm the Jialien. This is what it's We're going to do a grappling exercise. I'm going to lay on my back and defend, and he's going to attack me, and then we're going to change places, okay? Good. Good. These guys often don't really know how to train someone, but he knows how to fight, so sparring's about the only thing we can do right now to help me learn. So we're trying to come up with different kinds of sparring drills. We've done the one where he stands up and wears boxing gloves and defends against my shoot, and then we're doing this one where I start on my back the first round, and then we'll do another round later where he starts on his back. Now in a way, because he's a judo guy, he doesn't feel as comfortable fighting on the ground like this. He'd rather be in a position of throwing me. But because I don't know anything, I'm not really at much of an advantage whether we're standing up, laying down, or whatever. Now, Master Hisham told me that because I always wind up on the bottom of this guy and he's so much bigger and stronger than me, I should go for an arm. So you'll see me, I'm constantly going for his arm, but actually he winds up getting the arm on me. I'm not strong enough, or I don't have the grappling skill to be able to bridge and push him off that way. I don't know how to escape from this position. The guy weighs 110 kilos. He outweighs me by more than 20 kilos. Taking Hisham's advice, I'm going for the arm. Okay. Now.
你有戴眼镜吗？好，准备，开始。
I'm so tempted to say to him, let's spar with full MMA to allow striking, but then I keep picturing this 110-pound guy sitting on top of me and punching me in the face, so that doesn't sound very pleasant, so I don't know how much advantage striking would really give me. I'm going for an ankle lock here, and the problem, of course, is that I don't know how to do an ankle lock, and while I'm going for his ankle, he's suddenly going for my ankle, and now we just wind up locked up like we do every single time with me in some sort of a, not a half guard, but like a half-ass guard, and him on top of me. And he got the arm. Okay, that's it. I was watching video of Mark Coleman fight the other night. He's one of my favorite wrestlers that fought in the UFC, and God, why can't I wrestle like Mark Coleman? But here I am on my knees trying to do what I can against this guy. It's terrible. I mean, it's the way I can toy with people when we're boxing. That's what this guy can do with the grappling, because he has the skills and I don't. Here he is. He's going for the arm again. He's going for my arm once again. Trying to think of how to escape, how to get out of there. Luckily, though, I mean, he's not a BJJ guy. He doesn't have all those tricks and submissions and things, but he still he has enough. Hisham told me to post and bridge and push off my legs, and I'm doing that quite a lot, but not really gaining position. It's got to be the weirdest arm submission I've ever seen in my life, but he got me on that one. He started giving lessons to all the boys in the gym on his judo techniques, and if you watch him, it's just so simple. His movements are so minimal. I'm so impressed with judo. They can just slide in there so easily, and just the slightest move of his leg, he takes the guy down. And this particular throw they're working on here, I mean, this could easily translate into kickboxing. You could definitely use this for kickboxing or MMA. Either from the grapple, clinch, and grab the head, or just punching in the face, and then slide your leg in and throw him. And it's a simple throw. Now he's modifying it to striking from underneath with the palm of the hand, something Hisham taught me too. That's a typical military throwing position, and something I'm learning now in grappling is that we always want to make the opponent uncomfortable. So striking from under the chin, choking, hitting the face, anything we do to make him uncomfortable is going to give us a big advantage, and he's going to make mistakes to get out of the way, and then you're going to get him. Trying to get this guy to hit me is really hard, man. These guys just don't like to hit. I mean, they don't come from a culture where they hit people. You know, there's no such thing as a fist fight in school or something like that, and it's just really hard to get him to hit me. So instead what he's relying on his grappling ability once I get inside of him. I even had to call the Jiaolian over to help explain it and just to encourage him to hit me. But also because I want the Jiaolian to understand what's going on, because this is his gym, it's his house. I don't want him to feel like, you know, I walked in and I'm taking over. Now at the hitting I feel a lot more comfortable. You know, I just got my hands up. I just got to block. Just got to be careful not to get hit. That's not the problem. But now I had to take him down. I mean, this is a judo guy. I can't really clinch him the way I would some other kind of fighter. I can't just shoot and grab his leg. Look at that. Every time I get close to him, he can use one of those little sweeps to take me right down. One of my strategies was, well, I'll just move and move and move and keep him moving because he's not used to that and he's overweight and it'll make him tired. But then I don't know how to capitalize on that. I don't know what to do. And because I'm not allowed to punch, and basically my options as I see it are I can go for the leg, go for the waist, or go for the head, or go for the arms. That's where you go for the throws. But again, he's trained at throwing and I'm not. In Kun Tao we learned to grab control of the elbow. So I'll slide my hand, grab his elbow or his shoulder, and at the same time I'll grab the back of his head, and then I can get some control on his body. But because he's a judo guy, then I still have trouble throwing him. He curled me! Curled me, one arm! Pick me up! He curled me. He curled my whole body weight. I put my entire body weight on one of his arms and threw myself to the ground figuring I was going to pull him down, and instead he just lifted me right off the ground with one hand. He's finally starting to hit me a little bit, punch a little bit, which I'm happy about because this is part of his training too, and I need that feeling of getting punched when I'm coming in. I finally got him. I got behind him. I locked up his arms. He tried to do a throw. I was able to get on top of him on the ground. He's face down now, and I couldn't get my arm under his throat to choke him because it's too big. So what I did was I pinched his nose with my free hand. I was thinking about that whole thing about making him as uncomfortable as possible. I pinched his nose with my free hand. The chin came up, and I choked him, and he tapped out instantly.
Hey, I'm Antonio Graceffo. That's it for this episode of Martial Arts Odyssey. It's been very painful. This is my Italian. We're in Thailand, Taiwan. We're learning Ziyou Bodji. As always, get in the gym, do your sets, do your reps, do your road work, and please say a prayer for the people of Shan State.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.